Double click to enter full screen mode.
Is it working?
Okay. Yep, it is working now. So you are done with a lot. That's awesome, Nora. So you were like 2 weeks ahead almost. Well,
Yes, yes.
how were you feeling about that?
I was like, I'm bored. There's nothing to do. It's snowy out there and all that stuff.
Yes, and that's okay. That's good. Get it done now so when the weather's nice, you can enjoy it, right?
Yeah, and if I get sick or something, I doubt it, but if I get sick, then I can relax and,
I was nervous as not making the landing. Now I saw the smiling face. I felt very relieved and very happy to see him.
All right, pancakes.
Ken is teaching close friend Maria Benzoni to fly.
He told me. As he was landing, his legs were shaking like crazy. If Ken hadn't had a cell phone, I don't know what could have happened. He didn't have the communication with the tower. He didn't know anything of what was going on outside of his plane. So that would have been a crash.
Different school. Yeah.
Ken kept cool, maintained his composure, and that's Ken. You know, he's always cool, calm, and collected.
Okay.
The night after my incident, a pilot was flying from the same airport, and he got trapped between the ground and clouds and flew into the side of a hill. And it just made me think even more of all the things that could potentially happen.
Is either likes to sleep, or she's with Charlie, or she's busy. It's all revolved around Charlie.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he used pie for 5 days straight. Day 1.
Joe broaches the subject with Lucy and Steve.
Exactly. If you had 3 children, and 2 are in the background, I see you 2 focusing on 1.
Yeah, it's true. That's what it's been.
You see all this because you're a nanny and that's your job, is to look after children and, you know, and nurture them and bring them up and everything else, and that's your job, so that's why you can see it. But when you're parents and you have your job and an 8-hour stint in the office or a factory or, you know, on top of that, and then you have all the house on top of that as well, it's like you have 3 jobs and you just really don't ever take the time to sit down
And work out.
something I'm gonna ask Dad if we can do shopping a day early next coming week on a Thursday because that's Shaylee's birthday, and if it's nice weather or not, I can we can go to Milwaukee Burger because that's less expensive and not too far. I'll have to ask her that. But first I'll ask Dad if that's okay because that's her birthday, February 20th. And then we can go to my house, find movies to watch, and yeah. So for next week. I'm waiting for the doctor right now. This is what she has me lay on. She cracked me, and I gotta tell her what happened Friday with the muscle spasm. So, alrighty. This is what the room looks like. Yeah, she said I was very tense in that muscle area. She says I gotta move with my body, you know, when I bend and stuff to prevent the muscle spasm from happening again. Yeah, so I should have gotten 2 of those carton of milk. Darn it. Oh well. Sorry about the change of subject, but anyway, when I was coming out of the examining room, I saw the bus and it was just leaving.
Right. And Dr. Parkin's here on Friday. Sure, let me see what's left for, you mean for Friday? You're welcome. Bye-bye. Oh.
Yeah, I am craving for seasoned fries. So I'm gonna go to the cafeteria. The cafe, excuse me, by my place. Drop off my bag, grab $20. So I'll have a Mediterranean melt. That's with the chicken, melted cheese, roasted peppers, and onions, and mushroom in it. I think I am hungry. I should button up and head out there soon. I don't want to be too cold out there, so. Okay, here we are. I'm questioning. I could look at the sidewalk over there first and see if I want to go trudging out, because I don't want to danger myself by slipping and sliding, guys.
Hello.
Delta. Just a maybe. Otherwise I'll have something to eat at home. I can make my backpack like a cheese thing again. Whatever. Yeah, you guys, it's just too darn cold to walk that far for me, even though if it's like 2 blocks. 2 blocks will feel like 10 to me. It's cold. I'd rather stay home and just deal with home food. Just for your FYI. Plus I want to get more milk because that half a gallon stuff runs fast. Should get a gallon this time. So I'm going to save my money for that. Maybe lunch Wednesday too. So I'm going to stay home.
This right here. Hey, Allison, no. I'm allowed. In fact, I'm obligated to inject a little freaking logic into this conversation. For God's sake. Do you have any idea how far Salt Lake City is? I mean, shoot me, man. I don't want to spend 11 freaking hours with 3 kids in the car.
Crash. Wait a second. Who's gonna die in a plane crash?
How do you know who's gonna die in a plane crash?
I don't want to go on a plane that's gonna crash.
Trust me, Bridge, planes don't crash. Really, almost never. They're amazingly safe. Only people who are ignorant or superstitious stay off planes because they think they're gonna crash.
Another gorgeous day coming up. Clear skies with highs in the mid-80s.
So that the egg could infuse them with the life force. I tried.
I did.
I'm so sorry.
Why were we chosen to do this?
You and I made first contact with the egg. When we touched it, we gained a complete understanding of the dome's agenda: survive and propagate.
But I touched the egg first. 25 years ago. To the baby inside the queen cocoon. Not you.
But you died during the download. 3 weeks ago, I came along. Inside, I could see that this town was on the brink of destroying itself.
What is that stuff?
Oxytocin. It's a mood regulator. It, plus the alternate reality, was essential to shape these humans into a functioning...
Harry and David Shimmer.
And that's where I saw Melanie put the egg. Right before she tried.
But you saved her.
You could deny what she led you into. Everyone in these communities is connected. And we all work together for a reason.
Oh, here we go. Now we're back on this.
We are.
I'm sorry I left you alone. I think all this was way more real than I wanted to admit. Including Ava.
Tell me.
I'm more you, Julia. Time passed. And I fell in love with her. And that, with her, that feels like yesterday.
Hi guys, if you can't tell what I'm eating, it's broccoli, beef, and rice. It's a stir-fry bird's eye meal. I had it in the freezer for months. I didn't want to have it go to waste. It says it expires in March
She came here.
this year.
I think so. Her cell was last active at around 9 p.m.
Why? Why here?
A lot of kids use the hunting cabin as a meeting place.
And you're sure she came here last night?
We found something. Do you recognize it?
That's Chrissy's. I didn't notice that it was missing.
Don't you like me, Joe?
Look at me. Look at me. Now, I didn't say I like you. I said I like you too much. You know my name. Can you see my face? But all that doesn't matter now. Because you're never gonna get a chance to tell anybody about me.
Do you understand that?
You find anything?
Hi you guys, well, I want to get to bed early tonight, so I'm going to play a couple games, and then bedtime, just round one of each of them, you know, so, yeah, in case I forget, Mom, you know the rules, no more scaring us meeting your boyfriends, just talking to kiss my baby kitty. And, guys, if you hear me snoring in the background, good night. Oh, the wind knocked my snow off my tree. It's not pretty anymore. Well, better plug my phone in again. I don't want it to die when I'm playing video games on my phone.
The minor will be released into the custody of his mother. Fact-finding will begin tomorrow at 11. Initial reports in my chamber today.
Very sorry to interrupt. I made a mistake.
That's refreshing. I don't often hear that in my courtroom.
The district attorney's office has reconsidered our decision to try Jake O'Hare in family court. We request that the case be moved to Supreme Court for trial as an adult.
Hearings have begun. Jeopardy is attached. If I dismiss now, the case is over.
These are highly unusual circumstances. Jake O'Hare lied about his abuse. All of his injuries are self-inflicted.
What are you saying?
Dr. Morton.
We interviewed witnesses at the camp. They all told us Jake burned himself. This case must be moved, Your Honor.
I believe you. I fought for you.
Dr. Morton, sit down.
You lying, you're a bastard.
The court officer will remove Dr. Morton from this courtroom.
You're out in hell! Let's go before she locks you up.
Then I will.
You'll have to sign a waiver of appeal, which means you can't change your mind.
That's cool.
Very well. Your plea of guilty is accepted. Sentencing in 2 weeks. Next case.
Now, why would two brothers from Brooklyn wear hats when you see them?
Maybe it's the gang thing.
Yeah, you're right. Ben Ezra's hanging out with his homies. It's his only safety net.
What gang?
Real popular with the corner hustlers.
Tell us about them.
Very small, very well organized, almost impossible to infiltrate. Blood in, blood out, and they mean it. Corner hustlers sent out of the Marcy apartments.
That's where their moms live.
Yeah, but good luck getting anyone in the projects to talk. These guys run the place.
Hey,
It's a war between us.
this is Wayne King Kong. I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't got nothing, man. Joe, what is it? It's from my art classes, man. Oh, you gang.
Did she ever mention a name?
Right. She's so drunk.
Hey, we got a tip from Crime Stoppers. She called steal her daughter's baby last month.
From the apartment.
No, from a park in the upper city.
She walked around and gave Connor this little stuffed off, and then we started talking about things.
She told Lindsay she volunteered at some children's organization and could get her some free baby supplies. That was the carrot she dangled, right, hon?
No, Mike.
My cell phone rang, and I was trying to get it out of the diaper bag, and she offered to hold Connor. I mean, she seemed really nice.
Lindsay turned away to get better reception.
And when I turned back, she was all the way over there, halfway across the park, and she had Connor. I started screaming. Luckily, my mom had just gotten here.
I pulled Connor away from her right at that corner.
Everything's within a 5-block radius. That park where Arlene met Lindsay Dolan is on 68th. Dry cleaners 2 blocks east of that.
Arlene purchased stuffed animals for both victims, and
During the President's Day Mattress Marathon at Furniture and Appliance Mart, save up to $625 on select Perfect Sleeper X adjustable sets. Plus, get up to $300 in free furniture, 60-month special financing, and free delivery. Now at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Sugar Crush.
Do you really want to spend the rest of your life watching ads? Guys, take Download Eye. It's a free Google Chrome extension, and it basically blocks ads for you. And it actually gets cooler, because if you do see ads, I legit pays you to see them. I had no idea these were even ads, but I made money off of them, which is pretty sick. It even has a visual mode that lets you watch your ads disappear, which is so satisfying. It takes like 5 seconds to install.
You can have multiple break off the olecranon in the back, which you could have a epicondylar fracture, supracondylar fracture, or you can have it need to check for fault, splint it, and get x-rays. Sorry, Mr. Quagmire!
Hi, Chris.
Yeah. She's got Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a triplication of number 21. Typically, there are 2 things that you would think for Down syndrome. Too much.
O65.
Now, all the popular ones, those semaglutides.
G57.
Get you to not be hungry, prevent those cravings, and even
B8.
receptors in the brain relating to it as well.
Now I'm gonna put this steaming pie on
I21.
Now, no matter how many beckoning fingers that steam morphs into, or how
I19. Bingo! O68.
I do get worried about these mukbang videos that are out there where
I23.
round over. Such a high different level. When you actually think about it, the amount of calories that you need in a day is so little.
No, stay out of there. That's my special area. No! I'm saying no! What kind of pie is this?
Your height and weight and your daily expenditure basically how many calories.
There were no broken windows, no open doors, or anything that would indicate that anyone had actually entered the house forcibly from without.
But a thorough search of the perimeter reveals no signs of forced entry.
We'll have a look for you, man. The house was located in what used to be the historic district. So these were the houses of the people who made the town. These were enormous homes. It was like a labyrinth. Pieces had been built onto this house a couple of times, and so it has now amassed to about 9,500 square feet. We never know what is happening on a home invasion until we get there and establish some series of facts. Everything's up in the air until we put the boots on the ground.
During the President's Day Mattress Marathon at Furniture and Appliance Mart, save up to $900 on select Beauty Rest Black adjustable sets. Plus, get up to $300 in free furniture.
Check it out, see how it went. We saw a positive response in the trial area of 12.31 bushel, which is awesome. That's great ROI for this product. So I'm going to break this down a little bit because there's two different hybrids in this plot. So hybrid A in the biopath area averaged 300.32 bushels. And the control for that hybrid was 274.77 with a positive yield response of 25.55 bushels. So that's great, but we want to know how it works in different hybrids and different soils and everything else. So the hybrid B in the trial area was 279.96.
He wanted to speak to my class and tell them all about his career as a Walmart greeter. Oh no, he said, shaking his head. It is an immense responsibility that few can handle. Besides, if everyone had their dreams come true, it would no longer be special, right? I was disappointed, but I understood. Cheer up, my little raptor, he said, revealing a bag of assorted plastic dinosaurs. Look what I picked up from work. I jumped up and poured the contents onto the kitchen table. I selected a jet black T-Rex and passed it to my father. This is for you. Thanks, he said. His broad smile was almost too large for his face. I'll cherish this always. In grade 3, a new kid moved in down the street, a hellion named Colin. As soon as we met, he took a special interest in making my life a living hell.